So let's talk about the main trailer for episode 16 season 8 of The Walking Dead. And of course, there's going to be spoilers ahead. So the trailer opens up basically with Morgan confirming his goodbyes to Rick. He's heading over to Fear, which should be interesting because I imagine he would appear in the first episode of Fear the Walking Dead. There's no way the showrunners of Fear will not introduce him in the first episode after all. So once you're done with the season finale for The Walking Dead, you can immediately watch where Morgan goes. I'm definitely going to be thinking of it as an extension to the season finale, just to see how it feels. Of course, the altered color saturation of Fear the Walking Dead is a dead giveaway, I guess. So this clip is actually from a different teaser. It shows Eugene letting Negan try out some of the bullets he made. There is really not much to say about this except the showrunners are really emphasizing the fact that Eugene can make bullets, and that this scene is likely taking place in the very beginning of this episode. We also have the group initially leaving the hilltop following Dwight's plans. It's actually very cool seeing every community marching out in just one huge group. Of course, not everyone is going, I would imagine, and I think everyone will have to head back to the hilltop eventually, which I'll talk about a bit later. So Gabriel is clearly running away from the Saviors in this scene, and Eugene is going after him, which also means that both of them are not close together where other Saviors can easily spot them. Saviors could be moving around in different convoys. So it does have Gabriel looking in the opposite direction, then swiftly turning around, so he was clearly running, maybe trying to alert Rick and the others about the fake plans. But Eugene is so deep in the Savior's grasp. This scene looks like it's about 10 minutes, I'd say, into the episode. So Eugene, if he will have any, has had no redeeming moments so far. Honestly, at this point, Eugene is probably just a lost cause. So Jadis is actually seen in this episode, which was a surprise. She's just opening some kind of train cart, looking inside. You can't really tell what she's doing. At this point, I have no idea what her story could possibly be. Scott Gimple has said that the story of the helicopter would be resolved in a later season, definitely not the finale. So anything we see with her in this episode will just kind of be tying up her story, or maybe giving a cliffhanger for season 9 for the time being. Jadis will definitely have absolutely no role in season 8 from this point onward. I mean, her community is wiped out. She's just a single person that maybe has some connections to a community that has a helicopter. That's not going to be the saving grace for the Negan battle. So Dwight is a wreck here. Pretty clear Dwight is getting the Daryl treatment. Negan makes him wear the same exact outfit that Daryl wore as well, and it really shows Negan just wants to torture him at this point. Explosions, I think, for the Saviors probably, but from the advantage Negan has by giving out the fake plans to Rick's group, this could very well be people from the hilltop being set on fire. So that's just more mindless carnage there. There's a lot of scenes actually with Rick and his group just traveling over long terrain. There's a ton in this trailer. So I think a lot of fighting is going to be done there, and obviously the Saviors are attacking them there. It might be a classic army on either side of the field sort of situation. I think from the shock value alone that the trailer has in these particular scenes, that this is the first attack the Saviors are deciding to launch. I can only wonder actually how Dwight will be redeemed, because at some point in this episode, Rick is going to think Dwight betrayed them again after a ton of their people got killed. Like Scott Gimple said, there's going to be a lot of death in this episode. A point I want to make is, if you've read the comics, you know there's a pivotal conversation between Rick and Negan that happens at one of their camps at the hilltop. And except for the very beginning, that Rick is nowhere near the hilltop in any of these trailers. It seems like they're traveling to the fake outpost to ambush them, of course. But they will have to eventually make their way back to the hilltop by the end of the episode. So other previous shots in this trailer have Tara in the bushes aiming at a bunch of Saviors running alongside the hilltop. So the final battle in this episode is going to take place in multiple locations at once. We either have Rick and a team going out in a field then returning, or Tara and Rick a part of separate groups, Tara being the group that stays back to guard the hilltop. Either way, the season has been building so much to this battle. It's going to be the final conclusion to the all-out war, which a lot of people actually didn't like, mainly because it dragged on in season 7. The entirety of season 7 was just kind of Rick getting beaten down over and over. So I'm ready for a fresh start. I do love Negan as a villain. I just think this war might have been going on for a bit too long. So I hope in this episode we actually get some teasers, like a cliffhanger for season 9, just so we know what's going on. I'd hate for it just to end with the conclusion of all out war and just everyone kind of being happy, because you always need a cliffhanger of some kind, right? But either way, we do have Fear the Walking Dead to look forward to right afterwards, so fingers crossed that's actually good. But anyways, as usual, if you like this video and want to see more, make sure you subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video.